Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. Today is the 10th of November, 2025. The year is just running so fast to a close. Quite interesting day, interesting time. I just have a very short time to actually come on here today and just cover events and news as they're happening. So I did log in. I was a little bit hesitant to actually come online, but I felt like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it today. It's crazy. And just let me see. Okay, I think everything is perfect right now. Everything is done. Everything is well set. Yeah, we're just gonna go dive into it, and then maybe later today I'll do a very much longer stream. So the first thing on the news today is Regina's brother, who was arrested, has been granted
everybody, Mama P, Bill, see us coming out. Everybody, Mama P, Messi Jansi, the Mama.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, so. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would really commend Messi Johnson in all of this. I think she did put herself through a lot, you know, just coming out to solve this whole issue or debacle and without any noise. Without any noise. And again, I really commend her. The people that stays with you when things are not going well, the people that refuse to condemn you when things are not going well, the person that even comes to your head when you're wrong, because we're humans, we get to do dumb things at times. But despite that, and despite the fact that we kind of mess up at times, they still stand with you. Those are your true friends. Those are people that you can look up to. They might be, you know, older than you. They might be like an advisor.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, so.
See, after consulting the gods, the gods did well. After consulting the gods, yes, the gods did it.
Yes,
The gods did it. The gods did it.
Thank you. Yes, so
Victoria Sacha.
Yeah, I hope they resolve all these issues and they can move on with their lives and all that. Right? Yeah, so this woman seems to pop up a lot at all of this event. Let's see what she has to say. I may not really comment on what she says, but let's see.
Hi, well done. Good afternoon, trenches. Sammy has been granted bail.
Good afternoon, trenches. What does that even mean? Good afternoon, trenches. Wow.
Sammy has been granted bail, guys. Thank you. I'm live. I would not want to show you on live. That's why. I didn't put it. No. No, it's not. It's showing me, not you people. It's on face camera. Sammy has. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
that's this prosecutor. When we came, I told them his argument was weak, that they'll grant bail.
Yeah.
Because that's another point. He didn't make it difficult.
For prison, Abi. Yeah, well done. We must still go back there today. No, thank you so much,
Yes,
man.
then another thing is, usually when this kind of thing happens, assuming the man still was the press judge,
Yeah.
NDLA will now go and file and
Yes. Thank you so much, ma. So Sammy has been granted bail, guys. We've been at the court all day. Sammy has been granted bail.
Okay.
I don't know if you can hear me. So you cannot hear me. I just thought I should come and update you guys. We've been here all day. It's been so stressful. I'm so happy we are done with this phase. So we're gonna move around now so we can fulfill the bail conditions. Hopefully in the next 1-2 hours, Sammy will be out. I'm happy. I'm muted. I'm not muted though. God no let me muted. You people should stop. People have started though.
Okay, so that's it. It's been granted bail, and I hope they. I mean, so the thing is this: I think Ned is trying to press charges or something. I think they can just solve all their differences and move on. It's the prosecutor of Sammy told court today that NDLA has written their office that Sammy should be released to them for drug tests. Just wants to damage IPA Just wants to dominate the life of the Daniels. OMG. Nigeria, my country, nothing should happen to Sammy. Okay, so what does this one's come in? So now NDLO go come arrest for drug test again. I'll be waiting this one coming. Anyways, we're gonna see what happens with that, but I think he's out now. Yeah, he's out now. We can see what happened with that. We'll see what's up. Yeah, NDLA. So I guess based on the drug stuff thing, we just want to see. Let me see again. Regina Daniels still trending as of today. Okay, so the last thing here we heard about what happened, I've seen this one before. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. She did send like a litany of messages. I have a lot to say, but let me stop. Let me look at this one. Yeah, I think it's a little bit bolding at this point. I have a lot to say, but let me stop here for now. I can only thank God that I find strength in the same house you try to destroy me. I just feel so ashamed that all this had to come out on the messiest way. I mean, you can be reading it and think that, oh, this is just more of a comedy or more of just, you know, a trending stuff, but these are real lives that is being impacted by all this debacle. We'll see what happened. Ned, how come you lie so openly and without even small remorse? Wow, you know my family has absolutely nothing to do with this. You have always tried to cut them off because of the bond we share, and now you're trying to make them look bad for no reason. Fine, I did drugs. Wow. I mean, you don't want to even implicate yourself. When you are in crisis, you want to be careful what you put out there. No matter what she says from here, this just 3 words, I did drugs. Bro, that in itself is a big problem for you. Even if you did, I'm just advising here. There's some things you just don't want to put out there. You admitting that, okay, so what? Is that even the issue between us? The moment we had a fight, you rushed to the public shouting drugs, 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 because you knew it would make a perfect story for the media, which I kind of agree with her on this point. But also, let's not forget that she was the one that actually did put all of these in social media, either her or our friends. Because the first thing we heard was that, oh, in Ned Uwoko's house, I'm nothing, but in my mother's or my father's house, I'm everything. Now, you did put it down. And again, I'm not saying Ned is the good one here or is the villain here. I'm just saying that this was what he could actually use as an anchor to possibly destroy you. Okay, the moment we had fight, you rushed to the public shouting drugs, 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 because you knew it will make a perfect story for the media. Something dramatic enough to distract everyone from the real issue. You want to find a reason to arrest everyone around me so that I have no one left beside me, no friend, no support, no safe place to turn to. Then when I'm completely isolated and broken, I'll be forced to come back to you because I have nowhere to go. This was night of November 2025 at 12 minutes past midnight. That's the first one. She wrote again, that has always been your strategy. Break people down, make them weak and powerless, and then have your way with them. But guess what? It's not going to work this time, not anymore. That's also a counter threat. You say you want me to go for rehab, but you are the same Ned who always wanted me high. In your words, I'm sexier when I'm high. There was a litany of argument in one of the spaces that I attended yesterday with respect to this, and I'm not going to go into it because it gets nastier. You like me that way because it makes me wild and romantic, exactly how you wanted me to be. Why don't you also tell them how you force yourself on me whenever I say no? Hello, what's happening here? This guy has like 6 wives. So if this is really happening, then it's a big problem. Why don't you tell them how you lock me up, seize my phone, and suddenly declare me mentally unstable? The moment I say I no longer want to be in this relationship, it's not a relationship per se, it's a marriage, which is kind of greater than a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship thing. But once I change my mind just to get out of that locked room, suddenly I'm fine again. I'm no longer mentally unstable and apparently not in need of rehab anymore. So she's just using this that, oh, whenever he wants to have his way, he comes out and says she's mentally unstable. And then when everything is okay, then he relapses on that. Okay. Why don't you also tell them that all your wives and ex-wives are on drugs? Now it's getting a little bit more messy. And can you be kind enough to explain to them why that is? Why don't you also tell them how you lock me up and doctors to inject me with drugs meant for people with bipolar disorder? If you've known about this stuff with drugs and bipolar and all that, a good example of that is Kanye West. Now, when it goes nuts, it just starts spewing a lot of extreme stuff. So I kind of understand this thing, and it's a really big thing, because let me tell you, the problem is once you get addicted, only God can help you. Only God, only Christ can help you. So whatever this is, I think Regina Daniels, she needs a lot of help. This is not coming to spite her or to say she's right or wrong in any of this instance. I'm just saying she needs a lot of help. Why don't tell them how you take my phones for weeks just because you hate that I talk to my family a lot? You have never seen me act incoherent, stumble, or lose control, so just stop. Every problem we have had started when I no longer wanted you. So she actually wants out. Wow, what could have changed? After 2 kids, what could have changed? And again, if she doesn't want the guy anymore, she doesn't want the guy anymore. It's a fundamental right to not want the guy. Again, even knowing the fact that Ned didn't even pay a bad price, because the dad came out to say that he was not interested in that marriage, and he never gave a daughter out. So maybe that's also an out for Regina Daniels. But again, it is what it is. I cannot be someone to adjudicate this matter or advise any of the party. They will do whatever they want to do. It's a family issue, and it should be resolved that same way. You have never seen me act incoherent, stumble, or lose control, so just stop. Every problem we had started when I say I no longer wanted you. Whether sober or even high, stop using the drug narrative to create distraction. Tell people the truth. I understand, Sha. You're feeling rejected and hurt, and you're struggling to make peace with the fact that it's all over. Again, this is Regina Daniels' penned words to Ned Nwoko, putting it all out here in the open, accusing Ned to be the culprit. Again, it's a family issue. I've got no dog in this fight. Let me make this clear. This is the final bit. No matter how much you think you spent on me, I can never equal the value of the time I gave you, my prime years, my energy, and the career opportunities I sacrificed while being with you. Again, whatever sacrifice she's made, that's between her and her husband. And for the records, I would have filed for divorce long ago. Wow. If there was ever a legal marriage between us, we were never married in any court of law, and no documents were signed. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. They were never married. They were never married in any court of law. No documents were signed. So leave me alone. Ned, marriage is not by force. Love is not by force. Stop trying to control what no longer belongs to you. It's not a matter of what no longer belongs to you. According to your words, you said you never belonged to him. Again, it's a family marriage. I would say it's a family marriage. It's a family dispute. She has, I think, 2 children with Ned, and it's up for her, to do what she has to do to just make peace for the sake of, again, I'm not saying she should remain in the relationship or not. I'm just saying for the sake of our children and the future. But when you've come out to write all this and said, well, you did drugs, so what? That's not helping. You need a good PR to help you with this. And I'm just saying that, and I mean it. You need a very good PR. Okay, now they've released his brother, and Sammy has been granted a 5 million naira bail after spending days in police custody. I don't understand why you remand people for so long on domestic matters. Okay, but now he's out, and I guess that the case will still continue. I also learned that NDLEA wants to actually do a test. I went through this lady's chit chat yesterday, and that's just what's trending with Regina Daniel. Let's see what's up with Paned. Paned, the so-called villain in this matter. I really know much update from him, and that's it. I just saw Justice for Ned trending, and I realized Nigeria deserves their leader. They deserve hunger. Life is actually funny. It's very funny. I'm sad or heartbroken. I'm now seated at the very chair I tried to raise people up from. What's this? Sad people. I always believe it's better to die than to be sad, and death is not an option, but it's very easy, trust me. I'm an advocate for happiness. I believe in finding happiness in the tiniest things, such as food. Sadness is spiritually and physically draining. Life equals living, just live. Funny part, and my biggest motivation, I cry, look myself in the mirror, and then wipe them. When I reason responsibility and whatever, and demons to defeat, I'm not mad to sit there using the F word up. Again, that's just so it's just crazy how this thing has spiraled out of control. And I think, I notice everything Regina and co talk saying a panel do them, no talk saying a two. This one is just crazy. It's crazy. I'm not gonna read that. I don't want anybody to mess me up. Congratulations, real worry Pekin. It's a girl. Oh, she gave birth? I didn't even know that one. Okay, so again, that's that about that. I don't think, well, I don't know. Wow, congratulations to real worry Pekin. Wow, it's a girl. Wow, I didn't even know that. We're in the era of open letters. So this is an open letter to Ned Nwoko. Who is this writing the open letter? Let me just see if it's worth reading. Open letter, Oracle, tweet Oracle. Open letter. You married this girl as a child. You didn't even know her as a drug addict back then. She was young, enthusiastic, and full of life, with zest for life and passion for her emerging career. Okay, Yari. So what's to Regina? You have your life. I do better to focus on yourself and your family. You need a support system to navigate these murky waters you've been embroiled in. Resist the urge to push out more videos recounting the tales of Ned and all the dangerous dark side to him that serves to fester the poison, as it were. Let your silence speak volume for your strength in these times, and turn thoughts to your lovely children because they need you. I saw, and that's a very good advice, just to put it out there. Like, it's not a social media won't win you anything, but this is what I want to actually say. I saw this. This is Basketball trying to talk and advise.
Don't think the families only get problems.
Okay,
Since the beginning of time, that's how it has always been. Even me with the talk right now, you get more time in me say get my own family problem. But no bring and come online, because they drop details.
Yeah.
But right now, it don't become norm for people to come outside and talk about things we're supposed to be privileged information to people where they don't know. Forgetting say their children go grow, go see all these things online. Their children friends go feel use these things as a weapon against them. Mess up their minds.
Yep.
Now this one between Senator and Regina,
yep.
Every day it keeps getting worse. Every day it keeps getting worse. What is going on? See, Senator, you be elder. If nobody would tell you, I would tell you. Me, Bright Pocha, I will talk my mind. See,
every day I need.
What is this? What is? Like, dude came out to advise and say, don't put it on internet. And for that advice, he then puts his ad. I mean, this spoils the whole thing. Why would you put your ad at the back of an advice? So at the end of the day, it's all a grift. I'm not going to take this in good stride. Like, again, that's what I'm saying. Just keep it between yourselves. You don't need to put your whatever show. You can always put it elsewhere. I don't know. I thought he had something really. You must not react to it either. Yeah, exactly. You no go respect basket for PRK. You brought yourself online, or else what did you know about your divorce? You brought yourself online, or else how do we know about your divorce? People react differently to issues. That you didn't bring your own marriage crisis doesn't give you the audacity to pontificate over another person. Anyway, that's their own truth. Again, when it's tragic truth softly buried in wisdom, the internet forgets. Okay, basket mouth echoes a reminder that silence, though heavy, is sometimes the only dignity left in brokenness. Again, we see that here. It is what it is. Showore is, let me move on to Showore and the last election. This lady got less than 300 votes. So what is Showore trying to say out of 500 and something thousand? I'm exceedingly proud of Ife Dike or whatever, the gubernatorial candidate of the party in the recent ANAMBRA governorship election, which was undoubtedly a sham orchestrated by the Electoral Commission. See, it's not all the time that you would always come out to just call everything dumb, everything is sham and all that. To be honest with you, if you say you were proud of what your gubernatorial candidate did, then I'm not surprised. Because all she did was to convince 300 people to vote for her. The total vote was around 500, almost 600K, if not more. Throughout that campaign, she conducted herself with intelligence and dignity, whatever that means. Because we didn't really hear much from her. We saw her pictures, we saw all those, moment of virality, but really nothing more of substance. But those who vowed to disregard the votes claimed victory, albeit the people rejected them and their ideology. The true victors are the principled individuals who refuse to compromise. I don't agree. Losing with less than 300 votes and still talking like a winner. So humility is the first step towards credibility. You can rant about sham elections and principles stand, but the numbers don't lie. The people have spoken loud and clear. Principle without results is just noise. Time to reflect, learn, and come back stronger instead of clinging to excuses and theatrics. Reality doesn't care about your narrative. That's the problem. Like, what? You cannot say what happened on Saturday was just vote buying. There's an history of ABGA and Anambra states, and it holds there and holds true. The party has been the ruling party in that state for a very long time. Peter Obi, who is purportedly the messiah of Nigeria today, also was a governorship candidate under ABGA. ABGA gave him everything. So, again, was there vote buying? Possibly, yes. Was he material enough to have changed the final outcome? I don't think so. Now, if you think that is, then you have an opportunity to prove that. Maybe in a court of law, or even you gathering your evidence and presenting it to the populace for them to make their decision if you don't believe in the court. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's just it. We'll see what happens there. Regina Daniels' father has not tasted $1 from Ned. He rejected him and denied the marriage. That's why till today a bad price is not paid. Mr. Jude Ojeogu made it clear that her daughter cannot marry a man older than him, but guess what? Regina's mom went ahead and supported it, started enjoying network. There's a problem now and is the one looking for a solution. I sincerely feel men are not appreciated or celebrated enough. They only know you when there's a problem. God will bless this man for not giving out his daughter because of money. This guy, I know I've seen justice for Ned, justice for Regina. Actually, the real justice should be justice for Jude Ojeogu, the father of Regina. This is the real justice that I need. Okay? Regina is going to sort herself out, I believe. Ned, they're going to come to an agreement maybe sometimes in the future. I know everything is going to be resolved. But this guy, nobody sees through the pain that he is going through right now. Because in his own mind, it shouldn't have gone this way. This is a real man. This is a real person here. I mean, he brought her to life and also helped her. And at every point in time, he stood on principle. to know that he and Ned were actually close friends, and the friend went to do this against him without even getting his consent. And we heard from Ned's brother yesterday about how Ned is a real bad person in this case. Now, again, I'm not putting my own opinion. That's just what Ned's brother said yesterday. It's quite unfortunate, to be honest with you. It's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so in another climb, I try to bring you news of things happening in the world. The United States was actually going through its own problems for the past 40 days, I believe, almost 40 days, if not exact. The government has been shut down. Now, let me just explain what government shutdown means to you. It means that they've not been able to pass a budget to keep the government open. So when that happens, there's a limit to what the government can do. And it got to a point where daily life was being disrupted just because the Democrats would not succumb to the ruling party, which is the Republicans or the GOP. So now they've been able to end that shutdown. The Senate votes 60-40 to advance a bipartisan deal to end the longest government shutdown in history. 8 Democrats eventually broke with their party to back the deal, which fully funds SNAP through September, but does not extend affordable care. Wow.
Duly chosen. And on this vote, the yeas are 60 and the nays are 40. 3/5 of the Senate duly chosen and sworn, having voted in the affirmative. The motion upon reconsideration is agreed to.
So everybody has their own problems, okay? Now some of the Democrats are against what happened.
Go forward.
This is Bernie Sanders saying that he doesn't agree, that the government should have been kept short till the Republicans succumb. And Trump was not going to succumb anyways.
Continuing resolution. And to my mind, this was a very, very bad vote. What it does, first of all, is it raises healthcare premiums for over 20 million Americans by doubling, and in some cases tripling or quadrupling. People can't afford that when we are already paying the highest prices in the world for healthcare. Number two, it paves the way for 15 million people to be thrown off of Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. Studies show that will mean that some 50,000 Americans will die every year unnecessarily. And all of that was done to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1%. As everybody knows, just on Tuesday, we had an election all over this country. And what the election showed is that the American people want us to stand up to Trumpism, to his war against working class people, to his authoritarianism. That is what the American people wanted, but tonight, that is not what happened. So we've got to go forward, do the best that we can to try to protect working class people, to make sure that the United States not only does not throw people off of health care, but ends the absurdity of being the only major.
Okay, well, anyways, I agree with him. Democrat Senator Tim Kaine admits on camera he's been voting no on repealing and doesn't even know why. He says he was focused on the election, not paying attention to detail.
Again, because
Do you wish that you would have started looking for this off-ramp sooner? You said that Republicans were never going to change in their position.
I didn't fully understand how dug in they were. Again, because I was so focused on the Virginia elections, I wasn't in this discussion on the healthcare to see how dug in they were. But even as I was not part of these discussions, I was saying to Thune and others on the floor going back, listen, I need, some of you heard me say this in the hall, I need a moratorium on mischief. Others are working on the healthcare thing, I trust them. Others are working on the approach thing, I trust them. I need a moratorium on mischief. Because if we vote to open and then the immediate step next week is Donald Trump fires a lot more people, it's going to blow up trust to get the full year deal. And so I've been preaching this more.
Yeah, that's a senator too. So it's only Nigerians that you have senators, messing things up, but it is what it is. Yeah, open letter. I think I read this already. I'm gonna be looking at this, but maybe not now. In an open address to the Honorable Minister of Finance, I unveiled a bold vision that has the potential to unlock a staggering 1.5 quadrillion naira. Just put it in dollars. Wow, what's the meaning of 1.5 quadrillion? In endowment value by reforming land titles, establishing a robust credit system, and mechanizing agriculture, we can breathe new life into our economy, transform dead capital into active wealth, create millions of jobs, and stuff. I'm going to go through this possibly later. I just took a quick snap at what he wrote, but it is what it is. There's a lot that needs to be done, and I don't see a lot of things that have been done, to be honest with you, in the finance side of things, but I still expect more. We're gonna see what happens, but again, it is what it is. I just came out just to just talk about that. What's this?
Be telling me you will go to hell, God will punish you and all that. Let me tell you, I was once a religious girl. I was once a very religious girl. I read my Bible. I'm always there, always going to church, always at the chapel, praying to God, fasting. I did all that, but from my observation, I came to understand that all those things I was doing was just in fact, I noticed that anytime I fasted, that thing that I'm fasting for will spoil. So that's how I started realizing that religion was just invented to control us. Jesus is not God. Jesus may have been a human being like you, and the Bible is a storybook. The Bible is not.
Well, I don't know what this is all about. That's crazy. And that's the problem. So the problem is that we need to do better. Okay? Yeah, we need to do better. I don't know if this story is true. Ned's fourth wife goes on a 150 million vacation with her kids. She showered praises on Ned and thanked him for making life soft and fine for them. According to her, Ned is our God on earth. Wow. Oh, I didn't even know. Wow, this exists. Okay. Despite the social media buzz about her broken marriage, Daniel was spotted at a club turning her lemons. What? Wow, I didn't even know that. Okay, people will say, "Hi, Peter Obi, don't give money to people. Let them go to other who give money." But they forgot to ask themselves, which money is this person giving? Did the person print money in his house, or he was born with it? The person is just ruining your future.
That abuse. You allow Peter Obi doesn't give anybody money. So let me go to somebody who gives money. Whose money is he giving you? Did he print any money? Was he born with any money? Whose money is he giving you? He's just collecting he just ruining your future. That abuse you're allowing him to do, that corruption will take his revenge on you. I went to school, went to the University of Nigeria and Soka, and I went to J. Allen in Enugu and bought a Volkswagen for 2,700 naira, brand new, paid, drove it to university. Everybody knows AN 700 AC. That car one day in university, nobody knew what happened. The car got missing. I went to Umano Motors, bought a 505 SR, brand new, 7,500 naira. Everything was working. And I live in the same society where 2,500 naira, 700 naira cannot buy you croissant.
With everything that you've said here and the history you've given, the good times you had in school, in UNN and all of that, can we now say that your generation, maybe not you exactly, destroyed what we should be enjoying now?
Yes, you're question. Right. But you're collaborating with the destruction. Because you would have said, no. Like I said, if you look at what is happening in China, in other countries of the world, Indonesia, it is the youth that are protesting. It is youth that say, no. It cannot happen. We cannot continue this. That is not the life, because we want the future. How do you have a country that have the highest number of poor people living in any nation? When there's the election, they can get up and vote and insist that their vote must count.
How do you
whatever we have, whatever that can make us a great nation, God gave it to us free.
Okay, so this interview is going to be going on 12th of November, which is 6 p.m. That's it. I'll try and see and release that. Also, I don't know if this interview happened after the elections of yesterday. I would assume it did happen after the governorship election. I want to hear his perspective because I'm a little bit concerned with the numbers of votes that the Labour Party got and the future of Peter Obi. So this would be more like his first interview hearing after that elections that happened, which, I mean, it was a disaster for the opposition. It was a disaster, big disaster. I just want to know what happened, what's going to happen, what was the next thing, like how do we move on from here? But again, it is what it is. And then we could practice what I preach. Again, get gay or no get gay of a thing. See, when it comes to family life and marriage, it's different from boyfriend, girlfriend. But let me hear what this
You
guy
wore
says.
your full regalia today.
Yes.
What is the special occasion?
Okay, first of all, I really want to appreciate that Nedowoko. The man, now, they practice what they preach. So when people they talk, say, I be gay student, you they practice. I be you just they tell me people they feel say you be man. No, they practice them.
Wow. Wow. Serious wahala. I don't even know what to say. At the end of the day, okay, when you take all these things literally from an internet troll, it's a big problem. The guy that was running for gubernatorial election that was jotting as a gay student, the guy didn't even make it. It wasn't even second, third, it was fourth. An LP gubernatorial candidate. Again, all these people, these are just internet trolls, okay? And I mean, when you don't know what to do, it becomes a big problem. Because then you look at what's trending and then you follow it. I'm not saying that everything it says is bad or wrong, but you have to be careful. You just have to be careful. Like, anyways, you have to be smart also, right? I get that part where like some guys are just dumb. I understand that part too, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's that about that. Digital article, never offer Peter Obi VP slot. Let him run in 2027 and face his political reality. I think we've moved on from this Peter Obi being a major force again. He's not been good at organizing. You know, he's not been good at some of this stuff that you'd expect to build a full-blown politician. Maybe he's good as an administrator. But again, that's my own opinion, and you might be mad at me for saying that, but it is what it is. Like, the handling of the political parties and all of these things has never been that good, but it is what it is. Let's see. This was the guy. Yeah, I said this was the guy.
This will help you. Not become a celebrity. If you want to become popular, you want to become famous, these 5 things will help you. Number 1 thing you need to do to become a celebrity or to become popular is to be different and unique. What is celebrity? What is fame? Fame simply means you have the attention of the people on you. And there's no way people are going to pay attention to you if you look you look like every other person or you behave like every other person. Now me choose this look. I choose to look like this, bro. No let my look bother you.
So at the end of the day, all he learned couldn't even deliver him second position or second place. He got the last position. Again, I mean, maybe some truth to what he says, and that's why people go online and behave like lunatics, because now the algorithm has been boosted to promote such nonsense in the community, in the society. Facebook is laughing at the demise of civility in our culture. So the only reason you can go viral is if you dress almost naked. Every celebrity that is a woman is most likely going to be an odd girl, because that's what the algorithm pushes. There is this lady, she's no longer coming online. She used to teach physics or so, and she's been doing very well, but she's not been going viral. The day she decided to just dance like almost scantily or half naked, she got millions of views. Because that's the society. The algorithm is built to destroy a well-meaning civilization, and whoever the tech wizard in the United States or all around the world building all those algorithms, they build the algorithm to fit into the weakness of humanity. They want you to always come back for more. It's more like an addiction also. It's not only drugs. So they look at that. What about for the kids too? They look at that, and that's really crazy. Again, thanks so much for watching. This was actually a very short one. There are major topics I need to cover. When I come back, I'm going to be covering that. Thanks everyone for joining in.
Are you ready for new television?
Sorry about that. Please, I would love if you could help to subscribe as we continue to build this channel, and just try as much as possible to reach more people out there. Like, comment, share. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.